Hi everyone, I've been asked a few questions over the last few days about the gun registry, and I wanted to answer some of the procedural questions people had over it. So there's really 4 questions, so I'll begin with the first one, and that is what exactly are we voting on? Well, we're voting on a report of the Standing Committee on Public Safety on the bill, or private member's bill, Bill C-391, which would abolish the long gun registry, basically. And the report of the Standing Committee recommends that the bill does not proceed any further. So if the motion passes, then the bill would be dropped from the order paper. Second question I've had is what's the next step if the bill doesn't pass, if the motion doesn't pass? Well, the bill still has to go to second and third reading, so that would happen, then it would go to the Senate. And passage in the Senate is far from a sure thing, so it still has a little bit of a ways ahead of it. The third question I've had posed to me is what happens if there's a tie today? Well, ties under the Constitution Act are broken by the Speaker of the House of Commons, and the Speaker is technically free to vote any way he wishes, but is actually bound by what's called Speaker Denson's rules. So the rules are, first of all, to keep the bill before the House in the present state as long as possible, so that the majority can decide. If the majority cannot decide, then to defeat the bill. So on this motion, the Speaker would have to vote for the bill to proceed further, since the majority of the members of the House of Commons can, at a later stage, actually decide the matter. If the bill does go to second and third reading tied at second reading, the Speaker would vote again in favor of the bill to keep the bill alive so that the House can later decide. If at third reading it is tied again, which is possible, it's not likely, but it's possible, then the Speaker must vote to kill the bill, since the decision was not made by majority. The final question I've been getting a lot, and it's kind of a peculiar question, is can the Conservative government use this for a confidence vote? And the short answer is no. It's a private member's bill. It's not a government bill. Confidence votes are mainly the address and reply, the budget, and any significant piece of government legislation which they want as a confidence vote. It's not government legislation. The short answer is no, but there's a but. And the but is if the government deems this to be a major piece of public policy, then the government can always have what's called the right of appeal to the people, and that would be they would dissolve Parliament and say the people has to decide in an election. That's a possibility. I don't think it's likely. I don't think there's really an appetite for an election right now. So it should be interesting to see the vote. The vote's going to be around 5:30 today. And my guess is that the count is pretty well tight. I think you're going to see 1 or 2 votes making the difference. So that's my video on it. There's a municipal video probably being published later today. I wanted to do this special edition of How Canadian Government Works. Hope everyone have a great day. I hope everyone enjoys it.